So, just what is a power fantasy? You heard me talk about power fantasies in many of my reviews, and it's a term you see a lot in anime forums. A power fantasy is when a protagonist is overpowered and has overwhelming power, and the viewer basically self-inserts themselves as that protagonist. The protagonist's enemies don't even compare to him, and he crushes them with ease. This world is all about him, and people look in all of his greatness. He is most powerful, and in many cases, has every hot woman desire to be with him. It's everything a guy could wish for. So it's obviously a lot of wish fulfillment. The viewer self-inserts themselves as the main character. So it's like they're the powerful one that everyone looks in awe of. They're the ones that are the most powerful. It should be obvious who the target audience for this sort of thing is. It's for unhappy and lonely guys. It's guys who just aren't that popular and feel unfulfilled in life. It could be because of lack of popularity in life, a low-paying job, or even lack of a dating life. For younger guys that are still in school, it could be because of lack of popularity in school, or being bullied. The power fantasy provides them escapism from their unhappy lives, and lets them imagine themselves being the best and being at the top. Now, of course, not everyone who's watching power fantasy is like that, but it should be obvious, the majority of the viewers are. This kind of anime series sacrifices good writing for the sake of providing great wish fulfillment for the viewers. It's not a coincidence that the isekai genre is so popular. It gives unhappy guys the escapism they need. The most extreme power fantasy aired 1 year ago. It was, I got cheat skill in another world, and became unrivaled in the real world too. In that anime series, the main character is a fat ugly guy that no one likes. He gets bullied and beaten up a lot. However, he soon discovers another world, becomes skinny and powerful, and then makes a fool out of anyone who looked down on him before. People beg for his forgiveness. Every girl in the anime series falls in love with him. Come on, we know who this anime series is for. It's for unhappy and lonely guys that also felt the sadness of being looked down upon or being invisible in life. To see protagonists become attractive, powerful, and get all the girls is like a dream come true for the viewer. This is why isekai genre is so popular, and it's not going away anytime soon. Nothing can match the escapism it provides for unhappy guys. So, just why is a power fantasy bad? Like I said earlier, it sacrifices good writing for the sake of wish fulfillment. Rather than well-written villains, they're one-dimensional villains whose only purpose is to be evil in a generic way to make the main character look good. If they're well-written villains, then that would hurt the power fantasy. In order for the power fantasy to have a great impact, these criminals and villains need to be awful, horrible people that do awful things just for the sake of being evil. And of course, they must treat women horribly, so that the main character can save them just in time. The characters besides protagonists and the villains are forgettable, and just aren't exciting to watch in comparison to the main character. Their only role is to look in awe of the main character's greatness, and tell him how amazing he is. Sometimes the main character will train them to become stronger, but even then, their power is not even close to being on the same level as the main character. And it's like, who really cares about what they do? The main character could save the day by himself. There are some power fantasy anime series that solve this problem by having the main character's allies be just as strong as he is. In Overlord, it wasn't just Ainz that was overpowered, but his allies as well. Because of this, you care about characters besides Ainz. But in most cases, it's the main character being all powerful, and nobody else compares to him. Another problem is obviously lack of tension. The main character can do anything he wants to do, so there's never really a dangerous situation. So with terrible villains, forgettable side characters, and lack of tension during fights, it's no wonder the isekai genre is seen as mostly trash. It's obviously terrible writing all around. People will continue to watch series like this. They don't care if it's trash, or if everyone hates it. It gives them the escapism they want, and that's all that matters to them. So every anime season, there's going to be at least a couple of fantasy or isekai anime series that will have a power fantasy. This leads to generic isekai anime series being made with such terrible cliches. Nothing can really be done though. If this is what guys in Japan want, then this is what they'll get.